In this lecture, we are going to make use of App Lab in order to develop a secure login management system. So as you can see, I'm already done with creating and designing all the required screens for this login system. So this is the first screen that you're seeing in front of you. Here we have got the email ID, this password, and there are two input boxes I've placed over here. And we have got two buttons. Now when the user will click this button, I want him to get redirected to screen 4 where he can see his full profile. And if in case he clicks on the sign up button, he will get redirected to screen 2 where he can input all the required information. Fine. And the system is going to create his profile on the basis of the information the user is going to enter here in this sign up screen. Okay, so let's now start coding the things. So first of all, we are going to define the code for this screen 2. Okay, so what do we want is here we are going to make use of this on event block. So first of all, we are going to code for the sign up button that is visible to you guys. So this is how you can enlarge the screen. I'm going to keep the size of this mobile simulator screen somewhat like this. Yep, this is fine. So now what we can do is what is the ID of this button? It is sign up to. So here from this drop down we need to select sign up to. Okay, and what do we want should happen if the user clicks this sign up button? We want a table should get created automatically in this data browser over here, on which all the information, whatever information the user enters in these fields, it should get automatically saved in that table. So how can I do that? That's what I need to think now. So we have got a picture over here, so let's create a table first. So how can we do that? By using this create record block, right? And what should be the name of this table? So two users can have same name, two users can have same father's name, mother's name, but they cannot have the same email ID. So we are going to take the text from this text box, and we are going to create a table on the basis of the same. So how can we take the text from this text box? By using get text block, right? Where is that get text block? This is the one, so we can use it here, right? And what is the ID of this? It is user2. So we are going to replace it with user2. So this is how we can create a table. Okay, and now what are the different fields that I need to define over here? I am converting it to the text based code, and I am enlarging it for you so that the code can be more visible to you guys. So this is a text based code that you're seeing over here, and this here I'm going to define all the fields. So the first field is name. Okay, and here the user's name is going to come. I'm deleting this, then I am going to put a comma, and after that it is pic, right? So photograph is the second field. Okay, and then it is mother, and after that So I'm done with creating all the required fields. Now how will I get the data? Now for this name field, how can I get the data? What is the ID of this text box, it is name to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the get text option. Where is that get text? So this is the one that I can make use of. In order to get the text, the user is going to enter here in this name field, right? This is what we have learned in the previous lectures of App Lab. And what is the ID of this? It is name to. So I need to replace this ID with name to, like this. So this is how I can get the text for name. Now for getting the image that the user is going to upload here on this photo select option, what I need is I can make use of this get image URL part, right? So here I'm going to put I need to cut it out from here. Let's cut it out, and that's how we can come on this photo option. What is the ID of this? It is photo 2. So we need to replace it with photo 2, right? What else do we require? Father's name. So for father's name, let's copy this thing. Let's copy this thing that we have used for getting the user's name, and we can make use of this small code for rest of the other things. So let's make use of this thing for father's name. What is the ID of this? It is father2. So this is the ID. Let's make use of the same thing for the other fields too. What is the ID of this? It is mother2. And then for email it is user2, right? User2. And then for the last thing, that is password, it is password2. So this is the whole code. Let me just convert it back into block based code so that I can show you the block based coding also. This is the whole code that I have written over here. Okay, so it is fine now. So when the user will hit this button, automatically what is going to happen, our table is going to get created, and in which every information the user is going to enter here will get stored. Okay, now what else I want him to get redirected on screen 1 so that he can log in into the system. So for doing that, I will be needing this set screen block, right? I'm going to put it here. Let's see whether we'll be able to get the required result or not. First of all, we need to define the code for the sign up button 2 that we have got over here on this login system screen. So this is sign up 1, and I want the user to get redirected to screen. What is the name of the screen? It is screen 2, right? So this is a sign up screen on which I want the user to get redirected to. Let's run the application and see whether we'll be able to get the required result or not. So when we'll hit the sign up button, we'll get redirected on the sign up screen. Let's select a photograph. So when you'll click on this recent pic or photo select icon, you will get redirected to one of your computer drives from where you can select any of the photograph. So for now, let me just select this student photograph from here. Okay, so this is the whole information. Let's So this is the complete information. Let me just sign up and see whether I will be able to sign up or not. So I am done with signing in up. Let's see whether we are able to make the required table or not. Yes, the required table is here. So this is the email ID that I entered while signing in up, while doing the sign up, and this is the complete information. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to come back and start coding for this what we say login screen. So what I want is, if the user should enter his email ID and the password here, and automatically, in case both the things are correct, if both the things are correct, he will be able to get redirected to screen 4 on hitting this sign in button. Okay, so how can I do that? For doing that, the first thing that I require is I need to define the code for the sign in button first. So I will be using this on event block, right? And what else? Let's select this sign in ID from this drop down, and what I want is I want to read the data from the table, right? I want to match the data, these two fields that the user, for which the user is going to enter the information here. I want to match the data from the table that has got created here in this on the data browser. So for that, what I can do is, where is that this is data, and then we can make use of this read record. Okay, so what is from where I need to read the data, from which table I need to read the data? I need to read the data from this email ID table, right? So for doing that, what I can do is, let me just convert it back into text based code, and I'm going to copy something from here. Okay, get text, this is what I am going to copy, and I'm going to put it here. What is the ID of this? The ID of this text box is user1. So instead of user2, it should be user1. Let's convert it back into block based code. So this is how it is going to look like. Fine, so the user is going to read the records from the email IDs table, the email ID that the user is going to enter here. Now what I want is, I want to match these two fields, right? What else? What we can do is, we can match this field only, because this is going to remain the same for the table. So we can match this password field, and for doing that, what is the ID that what is the ID of that field in which the passwords are getting saved? Let me just check that from here. So the ID of that field is email, and this is password. Okay, this is ID. And now let's convert it back into block based code. So here we need to define an if loop. Okay, we need to define a condition so as to match the things with the required information that the user is going to enter here. How can we do that? This is a major question. So first of all, I'm going to copy this thing. Okay, and now I'm going to remove this whole code from here, and inside this for loop I'm going to define an if loop, saying that if records.I password, okay, if this password field matches is equals to what is the ID of this? It is password 1. If it is equals to, I need to read the text from here first, right? So this is how I can do that. Get text from so this is how I can read the text. So if the password field is equal to the text that the user will enter here, if they are equal, then what should happen? Then he should get redirected to set screen. Okay, he should get redirected to which screen? Screen 4. Fine, that's where he should get redirected to. Else what should happen? Else in the console log I should get an error saying fine, this is what the error message I should get in the console log. Let's see what are we going to get as a result. Let's run the code. So let me just check the ID and password that I've entered. So the password is Avantika and avantika.jan at the rate gmail.com is the email ID. Let's see when we will hit the sign in button what happens. So I am getting redirected to this screen 4. Let me just come out of the app and I'm going to run the app again. Let me just see if I will if suppose I enter an incorrect password, then what will happen? So automatically this in this console panel I'm going to get an error. You try to read records from a table called Avantika. Okay, I think I have made a mistake over here. Let me just figure it out. This is not the error that I will get on entering the incorrect password, because I entered an incorrect email address which doesn't exist. So that is the reason. Let's see what are we going to get as an error now when we'll hit the sign in button. So this is what the console panel will say: incorrect password or email. Fine. Now let's come out of this. So the code is working fine. Now the last thing that we are left with is defining the code for this is screen 4. Okay, now here what I want is I want to get the information of the user here in this your profile screen. So how can I do that? First of all, I need to, so I think I can define the code. I should define the code here inside this sign in block, right? Because as soon as he will hit the sign in button, automatically he will get redirected to screen 4 where I want the user's profile to get reflected. Now what we can do is let's convert it into text based code first. So where is this if loop ending? It is ending here. After this I think we can define the required code. What is the ID of this? It is photo 3. So I'm going to make use of set property block. Okay, and Let us convert it back into block based code so that we can see the required options. So from here we need to select photo 3, and what I want is, okay, I think I cannot make use of this set block property for this photo button. For this, what I need is a block which can access the image URL, right? So I think set image URL should work, right? We can make use of this. So what is ID? It is photo 3 and show text. I'm removing this from here, and everything is getting saved. Where is the photo getting saved? In which field the photo is getting saved? It is getting saved in this photo field. So here I need to mention, I can copy this thing from here. Sorry, I can copy this records thing from here, and I can put it over here, and instead of this password, let's replace it with photo. So that's how I think I can a photograph. Okay, now let's make use of this. Get, where is that? Get X, no, I'm not searching for this. I'm searching for set property block. So this is the one. Okay, now here, do we have text in this? Because we want to set the text for these fields, right? So I'm searching for, yeah, we have got text for this. What is this? Name 3. Name 3, and here instead of this text we are going to write down, let's remove this. So we are going to write down records I name. Fine. And similarly, let's copy this code and paste it twice. One we will be using for the father's name, and other we will be using for the mother's name. Fine. What is the ID of this? It is father 3. And what is the ID of this? It is mother 3. Okay, and after this what I want is, I want father's name here. Okay, and mother's name here. I think everything is fine now. Let's convert it back into the block based code. Okay, let's see whether our app is going to run fine or not. So I'm going to run the app now. This is ID of Avantika and this is a password. Let's sign in. So we are able to see the required information over here. Okay, and this is how you can create a secure login system on your own. Let's define the last part also. Let's define the code for this button too. So what I want is, if Avantika what is the ID of this? It is button 6. Where is that button 6 option? This is the one we are looking for, and we want to get out to screen 1. So set screen to screen 1. Fine, and let me just modify the text font size of this one, because it was not looking nice when we saw that. 17 is a font size, we need to keep it 17. Yeah, that's fine. So now let's come on the coding part and let's run the application. Let me just do one thing. Let me copy this code from here, and we are going to open it up on a new page like this. We can copy the code and paste it in the URL portion of the browser, so as to run it, so as to check out the mobile view of this app we have developed. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and share the link with as many students as you can, so that more and more students can get the benefit of the free coding classes on my channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another profile first, sign up, and here I'm going to type so this is the required information. Let me just select a pic also for Kritika. I have right now, I don't have any other pic except this one, so I'm going to select this only for Kritika as well. So kritika@gmail.com, and Kritika is a password. Sign up. Let's sign in. So we are able to access Kritika's profile now. So this is how you can create a secure login system. Let's log out. Yeah, this is working fine. This is working perfectly fine. Hope you like the lecture. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and have a great day. God bless you all.